welcome back to Dead and Kind of Famous, Season 2. This is a podcast where we dig into the life stories of dead folks who enjoyed a touch or two of fame in their time
and now reside permanently in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
I'm Marissa Rivera, and I know nothing, but I do know that Courtney has an infinite well of patience when it comes to setting up tech from afar and guiding my old ass through this. We started at 8. It is 8:27. It has taken me 27 minutes to get my ass in gear, and my dearest best friend Courtney, with her infinite well of patience, has guided us here to this moment where we are recording live but separately for the first time ever.
I know. Well, we did this. Actually, we did do live but separately twice before.
Yeah, but not in a this is how we're going to do this. We're going to try to see if this works kind of a thing.
Right.
This is the
not in
setup.
a way where it's like, this is the setup. We're trying to make it good. Like, not just like, this is what has to happen this week. Right. Yes. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And no worries. I have I'm take that as a very good compliment because it's practiced patience where I don't like flip out about stuff internally anymore. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, this happens every time.
Right. I made very common mistakes, which makes me feel better. All right, introduce yourself to our audience.
And I'm Courtney Blomquist, and I know way too much about what we're talking about today, but I don't know how to fill the hole in my heart that has developed from being away from Marissa Rivera.
It can't be filled. Don't even try. It can't be filled.
I know. She keeps being like, you don't need new friends. You have enough friends. People like sending me articles that are like, people only need like 3 friends and that's all they need. That's enough. 3 close friends.
3 friends and 7 hugs a day and you'll be fine. It's so funny. I'm not a very jealous like girlfriend or, when I was a wife, like I'm not a very jealous partner. But when it comes to my best friends, I'm like, you're my best friend though. Which
is so funny because you have like so many friends. Like I feel like everyone is your friend. Everyone in Los Angeles is Marissa Rivera's friend. Like if she's met them,
I'm friendly with most people.
That's true. I mean, I feel like
I am not
your enemy,
friends.
They know. If somebody is your enemy, they know it.
You fucking know it. You know who you are out there.
They know it. And from the look you've given, plus the side eye, Marissa, we've probably talked about this before, but Marissa makes money off of her side eye. She does. Like when there is no space for a line, her eyes say everything and it makes her the big bucks. Let me tell ya. Girl doesn't need lines. She acts with her eyes. You could have been a silent film actress.
I could have, honestly. I could have because you know how like we'll go into a situation and you're like, but don't say anything about that, and it's like, well, I know not to say something, but I also have to control my fucking face too.
Yeah, and your eyebrows.
Yes, my eyebrows and I don't give, and I'm just like, and don't look at Courtney. Don't look at her the entire time. Don't school the eyebrows. Keep breathing and keep it moving, bitch.
Keep it moving.
Oh my God. Well, speaking of moving, you moved.
I know.
That's where let's explain to the hi if you're new here. Hello again. Yes. If you're back. We're back.
And if you're new, welcome. We're so excited to have you. Truly. It's been awesome I'm just going to say that right now. It's been so awesome to see everybody's response to the show. mostly good. Sometimes people get like passionate about people that they're really excited about too, or that they really admire if we like say anything, you know, which is fine. Also fine. Like, I'm just glad that you feel anything. Honestly, I am. I'm glad you feel anything.
In this day and age, feeling
Yeah.
anything, you're not numbing
not
out.
just-
Congratulations.
You're not numbing out. You have a strong opinion. Love it. I'm here for
Love
it.
it.
Keep coming back. We love strong opinions.
We love it.
We love it. So yes, but if you are new, you may not know. Originally, Marissa and I lived at the same address pretty much, because I lived in the back house of her home, and we were right there. It was beautiful. It's kind of what everybody dreams of, really, is like when you live right next door to your best
Like,
friend.
can I borrow a cup of sugar? Sure. And then 2 minutes later is just,
or I forgot
out
this
on your porch.
Yeah, you can forget like 6 things and it doesn't matter because you're like 4 steps away. It was amazing. And then now I moved to northern Minnesota, which sounds crazy. And I understand that sounds crazy if you don't know anything about me, but my it does. It sounds absolutely insane.
Yeah, it does.
Most of my husband's family live, including my in-laws, who are wonderful people who
they're
allow
so
me to,
awesome.
They're really great, and they allow me to not have to pay for child care, which is like a dream. And not only that, but like take excellent care of my daughter to the point where like I don't think about it. I don't think about it at all. Like, I'm just
That's
like,
amazing.
you guys, like, if they're taking her places, they're doing stuff, like, fantastic. Love it. Like, she's having living her best life.
She sure is.
Like, going on their pontoon. She's having a great time. So
and they move during the summer, which is the best time to be in Minnesota.
It is, yeah. And you know, and for all of you guys, for the winter, this is like, I'm just going to be able to like really dive into the podcast or make snowmen with my kid outside. And like,
that's
it. I think I might be okay with it a little bit. I think I'm going to be okay with it. I don't have to like commute because I work remotely. I don't have to commute. Could move here with my job. I don't have to drive through the snow every day. So, you know, I'll be okay. But
she'll be fine.
Yeah, that's my
I'll
big
be
update.
fine. That's what I keep telling myself. I'll be fine. It will be fine.
I'm coming to visit anyway. It's in the books. So yeah. So
we'll definitely record an episode or 2 while we're together too.
In person, yes. It will be so fun. So okay, so what updates do you have since it's been a minute?
Oh my God, so many. My life has completely changed in like the span of 3 weeks. It's been insane.
But honestly, like in all of the best ways. I would say whatever you want to say, Marissa, you can say, but it's all really good stuff. I feel I'm just so happy for you.
Finally.
You know, yes. Yes.
I had a very terrible year. I had a very terrible year, very terrible personal and health and relationship and career. Very terrible. About 12 months span was awful, and everything has now turned around, and it's been like kind of lovely the past few weeks, and I'm just kind of riding high, and I'm so excited to be doing this podcast again. I'm so excited.
Yes. Me too. I'm putting a pillow behind my back.
Get that lumbar support, girl.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
No, I am too. I really, really am. It's awesome. So yes, here we are. So let's go ahead and get into it then, now that y'all know about us. Today, we are looking into the life of Carroll Righter. Marissa.
Carroll Righter.
Do you know who Carroll Righter is?
No. Carroll spelled Carroll. Writer spelled Righther. I have no idea who that is.
Okay, perfect. Let's look at his tombstone. Lay it on me. Give me just like take it in, and then I want the bullshitted version of.
Okay, great. So the tombstone. Great. There's a tombstone, and it looks like a book with roses on the side of the book. It says writer James E. Carroll. Oh, James E. on one side and Carroll B. on the other. So Carroll. Oh, 1900. Okay, Carroll was born in 1900 and died in 1988. Died the year I was born. And that's good. 88 years. That's good. I like that I didn't have to do any math to figure that out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carol.
I know. Nice, even round numbers. Starting with the zeros. Love it.
Right. And maybe not husband. James E. Carroll, 1925 to 1947. So maybe a child is buried next to her, or her child.
Well, also,
Yeah.
I should tell you, I'm going to tell you one thing before you continue.
Tell me
Maybe
one thing.
Carroll is a man.
Okay.
Carroll is a man.
Carroll is a man. Carroll B. So maybe a brother or a child or James E. Okay. So on the left it says James E. 1925 to 1947 and Carroll B. 1900 to 1988. I didn't mean to misgender you. I'm so sorry, Carol. I don't think I've ever met a male Carol.
I know somebody who named their kid Carol, and he goes by CJ. I think it's like more of a Southern name, but except that that doesn't make sense for this person. But now I'm giving things away. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah,
talking.
I was like,
Give me
stop
your bullshit
talking.
version.
Stop talking. Okay. All right. And it's not Southern.
Yeah, I did give you that. It's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me get into Carol. Totally cool. Just a totally cool California boy. Carol from California. Carol B for Buster. Carroll Buster Righter. And I just and I'm a totally cool dude, and I'm totally stoked to be here at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. I grew up here, I grew up in Cali, Northern California, but made my way to Southern California, pretty early on in elementary school, and my parents, we lived by the ocean, and everything was about the ocean. My parents had a shell shack that we sold from, and I thought to myself, I need to get out of this shell shack and make something of myself. And I was surrounded by all the stars of Los Angeles, and I said, this is what I want to do. I have the face that can really, really be pulled off in the talkies, not just the silent films, but I can really make it in the talkies. I have a nice voice. I have a cool name. Nobody has my name. Carroll Buster Righter. Carroll Buster Righter. And after the unfortunate death of my little brother, there is just, I knew that I had to go after my dreams, because life is short.
Yeah. Love it. I want to thank you for those complete and utter lies. And before I give you the correct information, I just want to say a personal aside that I think is relevant.
Okay.
Marissa, the night before I moved to Minnesota, we were outside burning little scraps of paper with our worries and fears on them in the fire pit.
We were. It was a very witchy night we had.
Yeah. We burned photos of enemies as well. We really did it. We were very witchy. And
it was a new moon.
A new moon. It was
for
all
new
planned.
beginnings. Yes.
And then you and our friend Jenny started talking about your dog's star signs and astrological charts in great detail. And I was like, I'll never get to experience this kind of conversation or this kind of gathering ever again.
In Minnesota. No one's gonna talk ad nauseum for 20 minutes about their dog's horoscopes.
No, I'm gonna have to endure conversations about ice fishing or something. It's not gonna be the same. That is it's the most LA shit ever, and I already miss it so much. But we all laughed because it's so true. And I mean, I think everyone is slightly curious about astrology, but maybe not to the extent that they've done a natal chart for their pet. That's LA specific.
Yeah.
Definitely.
100%.
Yes. And in the 10 years I lived there, I can't tell you how many times I overheard conversations about that just sitting at a coffee shop, and, you know, and now it's different. Now I hear a lot of lumberjack chatter and, like I said, ice fishing and just an endless slew of
chatter.
Lumberjack chatter and just an endless slew of kind words.
What is that? What is that? Oh, I chopped down a nice oak the other day.
Yeah, it's like about there was like a really big storm that happened up here, and you know, and everybody's like, "Oh,
yeah." By the way, Courtney. Courtney, let me just say this. Courtney decided to move after the fires, because the LA fires, because she's like, I gotta escape these natural disasters that are happening, only to move to Minnesota, and a week later
experience hurricane strength winds
and tornado watch all night.
Yes,
and all the
and
trees.
Apparently, like 9 million trees fell down in this area.
Oh my God!
It's
9
crazy.
million trees.
9 million trees, and so nothing felt like the trees didn't fall in our yard, the house, whatever. But it was like, everyone had fallen.
9 million trees.
Yes, it was.
So there's been a lot of lumberjack chatter. A lot.
There's been a lot of lumberjack chatter about like who's got a chainsaw, how you're dealing with it. And it's like, oh, like somebody's, you know, they can come and take the pine away, but you can't do anything with it because if you burn it, it's going to make a bunch of sap, and that's no good for firewood. And like, if anybody's asking for that, they're a novice and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know shit, you know. So
I don't know jack shit.
I don't know jack shit, but it's so that's the lumberjack chatter for sure. But like
Hilarious.
every other man in this area has a chainsaw, which is also insane.
Well.
And you know, and that's lovely and all. It's all kind, like, oh, let me chop up your stuff. It's all kind, right? But I just want to hear anyone bring up the fact that Mercury is in retrograde, and it is the reason why their car broke down, even though they left the check engine light on for like 4 months straight. You know, I crave it. I just crave it. I want it. I want it in my life. But all of this to say, astrology and horoscopes are easy to dismiss and make fun of. But today's man of the hour, Carroll Righter, pioneered the syndicated horoscope and is largely responsible for the fact that there still remains a space in respected newspapers for a daily horoscope.
Oh my gosh.
So
he started it all. He
started it all.
So LA. He was so LA before LA was LA.
He's so LA. Pioneer of the bullshit. So before Walter Mercado, if you haven't watched Mucho Amor, go watch it.
I was just about to ask about Walter.
Yes, it's before him, before the Astro Twins and Susan Miller. And if you're fans of astrology, anybody you follow on a regular basis, there was Carroll Righter. And I think he reached a level with it then that may be impossible to reach today. So,
oh my gosh. Well, if you're the first, then...
The first. I mean, the first for syndicated horoscope, like to appear in multiple newspapers, especially for America. We'll get into it. But now, before I tell you more, I have to acknowledge that the other man on the tombstone, James E. Righter, is a complete and total fucking mystery to me. I tried to dive down the rabbit hole and figure out who he was, but I came up with nothing. And I'm telling you, I looked. He doesn't appear to be a sibling of Carol's, and I can't find any mention of him in anything written about Carroll. So listeners, I'm calling on you. If you have any information on this man, please tell me.
Yeah.
I have spun stories in my mind about him, and maybe I'll break form and share some of those unsubstantiated claims of mine later in the episode. But already, aren't you fascinated?
Yeah, I am. God, he's buried next to an unknowable
man. I can't find anything.
Family member? That's wild.
I don't know. I mean, it's like they're 25 years apart. Like, right? Like, he died young. He was 22 when he died, James E. Righter. So it's like...
Maybe it's his kid.
I don't know.
Because because that would make Carroll 25 when he had him, right? Or 24?
Yeah.
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 25
that's
when
very
he had
possible.
him.
Very
So-
possible. Very, very
And
possible.
maybe there's nothing there because it's too painful.
Or because it's it's a secret. He was
A secret
but
baby.
like upon his death, he's like, that's when I'll like acknowledge you, my son.
my angel.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so
know.
we're already going down the rabbit hole. Okay.
We're already going
that's
down it, but it's a
fascinating that
mystery.
you couldn't find. Now listen,
I
dear
know.
dear listeners, dear readers, dear listeners. Courtney
Yes.
is a master researcher. So the fact that she couldn't find anything is crazy to me. Now I have to know. Oh my gosh, please
Yeah.
write in and tell us if you know anything, or even write in and tell us your crazy unsubstantiated claims as well. We like to hear those.
we should take
Love
guesses.
stories.
Guesses,
Yeah.
just like exactly. Everyone play Marissa and write in and do it. That would be fantastic. A self-described gregarious Aquarius, Carroll Birch,
I like that.
Carroll Birch Righter.
Carroll Birch.
Carroll Birch Righter was born on February 2nd, 1900, to a wealthy family in Salem, New Jersey, and he grew up in Philadelphia.
Jersey. Ooh, I
New
love
Jersey. He
Philly.
was a Jersey boy. Yeah.
Jersey boy.
This is like actually like that's kind of I mean, I don't know where Salem is actually off the top of my head, but it's
not Massachusetts, Salem, New Jersey.
Salem, New
Okay.
Jersey, yeah. I was born in South Jersey, very close to Philadelphia, so maybe they were close, I don't know. But he was the second son born to John Charles Righter Sr. and Mary Caroline Birch. The first son was John Charles Jr., and he had two younger brothers as well, William and Clement. Old Clem.
Oh, Clem.
Clem is back. Clem, the name, back. So, pretty big family of boys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a ton of details about Carroll's early years, but here's what we do know. When Carroll was 14 years old, he met a woman who would change his life, and her name was Evangeline Adams.
That's a great name.
I know it is, right? Evangeline was a friend of the family, and when she met Carroll and found out the time of his birth and his birthday, she told him emphatically,
Your chart is perfect for interpreting the stars, just like mine.
For the true astrology nerd out there, here are the loose details of Carroll's chart that made Evangeline take notice. Righter was an Aquarius with both the moon and ascendant falling in Pisces. His Mercury was conjoined with Mars and sextile to both Jupiter and Uranus. Carroll also had a Sun-Mars conjunction, while Jupiter was together with Uranus. I have also read some accounts that say he was a triple Aquarius, which negates everything I just said. So I don't know enough to make much of this, but I had to share what I know. Yeah.
I don't know what any of this means.
Oh, me either. I'm not that deep in it at all. I can't
Okay,
make sense
so
of that,
write
but
in
that's
and
what it
tell
is.
us what that means.
Yes. Astrology nerds, this episode is absolutely for you.
This is for you.
This is for you. Now, Evangeline wasn't just some crazy auntie who claimed to be a clairvoyant. She was, in fact, a very revolutionary and groundbreaking astrologer. In the 1890s, Evangeline had begun studying astrology in earnest, which was a very strange thing to do at the time. After being condemned by the church as far back as the Middle Ages,
It used to be like a big thing. Like
yeah.
Well, I mean, it still is a big thing. It was never like in India and Pakistan. I think Pakistan too, but India for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say India because that's what I do know. Like
Yeah.
in India, it's still and always has been a really big thing. Birth charts and stuff like that. So it's never been, even if it's. I don't think it's ever. This is a very European thing. Like having it,
but it
be
was also like the
condemned.
church is like, what the fuck? This is witchcraft kind of a vibe, right?
Right.
So it was.
We have no
condemned.
control over this, so we condemn it.
Exactly. I don't. It seems like magic. We don't like it. So that was like as far back as the Middle Ages. It largely vanished into an archaic art. But Evangeline resurrected it and took it so seriously that she followed her horoscope's inclination that she should move to New York City in 1899.
Wow.
She checked into the Windsor Hotel, and she charmed the hotel's owner into allowing her to consult his stars. She told him,
You are under one of the worst possible combinations of planets, conditions terrifying in their unfriendliness.
tragically, The following day, the hotel burned down and many members of the owner's family perished in the fire, including his daughter.
What?
Which is, I know, terrible and also crazy.
Insane. Evangeline. She saw it in the stars.
She saw it in the stars. He told the papers, the owner of this hotel, he told the papers about her premonition, and that's when the famous clients started coming her way. Everyone from Charles Schwab and JP Morgan, so like the big bank guys.
That's money. That's money.
Yep. To silent film actress Mary Pickford, wanted to pick Evangeline's brain about the stars. So in many ways, she was the first true U.S. astrological success story.
Wow.
So that's like, you know, the person talking to Carroll is like, she's the name at the, you know.
Right.
But
at that point she's a name, or before she was a name.
Right. It was at that point she would have been, a name.
Okay.
But the catch was that in New York City at the time, her readings were viewed as fortune telling, and fortune telling was illegal. Yep, that was how they were categorized. So when she was charged with this crime in a New York City court, she gave an accurate natal chart reading of someone she referred to as Mr. X. But as she went on, it was clear to the judge that she was talking about his son in great accuracy.
What?
So the judge was kind of stunned and ruled that...
I'm the judge now. She had raised astrology to the dignity of an exact science. Whoa!
And from then on, astrological readings were legalized.
She changed the law?
She changed the law.
That's incredible.
I know. So Evangeline also had books ghostwritten by Aleister Crowley. She supposedly accurately predicted her own death. And she had a popular radio show.
What the fuck?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So at the time she informed young Carroll that he was essentially just like her. She wasn't just some astrology hack. She was the astrology hack.
That's right.
I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not, because I like, all of that sounds really good, right? But her most infamous failed prediction was that
the stocks might climb to heaven
a few weeks before the 1929 crash.
Ooh, bad.
Yeah, that's a bad one. So an investment analyst at the time described her as an
obvious quack with no real investment knowledge.
But that aside, there's reason to believe that young Carroll may have felt a special kinship to Evangeline. She was rumored to be in a closeted relationship with actress and suffragette Emma Viola Sheridan Fry, and was often referred to as her companion.
Hell yeah. Okay, this is the most lesbian thing to by the way, to be into astrology this much and be a lesbian.
Yep.
God, talk about a pioneer woman. My God.
Yep.
This is the most lesbian shit. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love you, Evangeline.
Yep. And Carroll himself was beginning to realize that he was as gay as the day is long.
Oh, this is the gayest episode. Oh my God, I love it. Yes, we are so back, baby. Season 2.
but also it's like, now we're like, seriously, after your prediction about who James E. Ryder is, who the fuck is James E. Ryder? Did he have a closet, or like, did he have a time where he was so closeted that he had a son? And like, I'm just, it's all, what theories can make sense here? It's so boggling to mind. Anyway, I digress so hard. So,
oh my God.
So all of these details had to mean something to him, even though he was skeptical about the whole business of astrology for many years. He brushed the idea aside and tried his best to make his proper family proud.
Wow. So he didn't immediately take Evangeline's word for it. Okay.
No. He studied at the University of Pennsylvania and went on to get a law degree from Dickinson School of Law before working at a Philadelphia law firm for a time. But he didn't like it.
Who does? Nobody who's a lawyer that I know likes it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think you're right. He worked in law and it was No fun. That was so bad. I wrote this without saying that out loud.
What is that from?
I fought the law in the law one. Just ignore me. Sometimes it's late. I don't get a lot of sleep anymore. Just
Okay,
give me a
well,
pass, all right?
you can cut that out of the episode if you want. You're in charge.
I can, but also, whatever.
Why?
Why?
Why? You guys get to know how stupid we are.
Yeah, exactly. This was during the Great Depression, so he put himself to use helping to feed, clothe, and house people who were struggling and unemployed. So he actually left his job and he was doing that.
Oh, okay.
And having been influenced by Evangeline in the end, he even started doing their horoscopes for them. In Carroll's words.
I hope for free.
Yeah. And in Carroll's words.
I was impressed at how often the special ability indicated by a man's stars were useful in landing him a job. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So he felt like it actually had
an impact, a positive impact.
An impact.
A correlation to helping people get jobs. Interesting.
Yes. His real push into the woo-woo was when he was given 6 months to live due to complications from an old back injury. But Carroll consulted his own chart and found that he had
physical protection in the Southwest.
Whatever the fuck that means. But he moved to Los Angeles in 1938 on a leap of faith for his life, really, right? And
I guess that's the Southwest. I mean...
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is.
So maybe that's what he meant.
That's what he meant. That's the Southwest.
Okay.
He's I gotta go to L.A. to save my own goddamn life.
Okay, yeah. And he said...
In a year, I could dance.
But perhaps it wasn't just a leap of faith, but a shrewd assessment of a hole in the market when it came to astrology. According to one Time article from 1960...
Reading about the zodiac, he soon saw that although Broadway plays were being scheduled by astrological advice, and Wall Street might be half paralyzed without readings from the stars, Hollywood could be El Dorado as a place to cast horoscopes.
So maybe that was it partially too. He might have been a little bit of a shrewd businessman. So perhaps his ability to dance also came with the swiftness of his success. Well, upon his arrival in LA, not in terms of where he was at in years. He was practically 40 at this point. But
hey,
as far as
it's never too late.
It's never
ever.
too late. But it wasn't like, quick success in his life. It's more like quick success as soon as he started really diving into astrology and moving to LA. But as far as astrology is concerned, he began his career by lecturing and touring, joined by his script editor, Robert Mitchum.
Who was only his script editor, but also maybe was he a lover? Do we know?
I don't think so, because for those of you who are either old Hollywood fans or remember this name from a former episode, you are not mistaken. Robert Mitchum acted alongside the one and only Christopher Jones in the film Lion's Daughter, and he was also a bona fide star. But obviously not at this point in the story when he was editing lectures for Carroll Righter. He'd been working odd jobs. Yeah. He'd been working odd jobs and had only recently discovered a spark for acting in the form of theater and children's plays when Mitchum said,
In 1938, I was approached by a friend to edit the lectures of an astrologer, Mr. Carroll Righter. I was sufficiently intrigued by the novelty to accept, and began a tour of women's clubs and resort hotels, which took us to New England in 1939 and in early 1940 to Palm Beach, Florida. Returning to California with my wife, I dissolved my agreement with Mr. Righter and returned to the haphazard pursuit of specialized writing until early 1941, when the prospects of parenthood suggested a more reliable employment.
So Mitchum left Old Carroll for some sort of practical sheet metal job to support his family, and then 4 years later he became a massive star, like you do.
Wild.
Yeah. And it really makes me wonder if Carroll read his chart and saw his surprising turn towards Hollywood success, or if he kept it to himself since he was paying Robert and Robert wasn't paying him, right? Maybe Carroll didn't say anything about the fact that Mitchum's success was on deck because he himself found his way to the Hollywood crowd first. He was a charming guy, and he first found his way into schmoozing with the it crowd at a party of Charlie Chaplin's. He
Plural.
quickly became
A party of Charlie Chaplin's, plural. So it was like a themed party, and the theme was Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, no. Sorry, I forgot an apostrophe. A party of Charlie Chaplin's. Charlie Chaplin's party.
Oh, okay. Got it. Hilarious theme.
One time for Halloween, I dressed up as sexy Charlie Chaplin, and I kind of looked like Hitler in a skirt. It was not.
No, girl.
With like a little.
Put it in the show notes, or it's not real.
I don't know if I have any pictures. Thank God. Anyway,
good. Actually, that should be scrubbed from the internet.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It never made it.
A grammatical error on the script made me think that it was a party that was just themed, dressed like Charlie Chaplin, and
that's
come
where
on
he
in.
became successful.
Yeah.
I feel like that would that to me. That's like, oh, and he like walked into a theme party from when I was in college. That's like
yeah, and became the talk of the town. Okay.
Yeah.
So he somehow got into Charlie Chaplin's party.
That's the thing. This is one of those stories where I'm like, okay, how did you how did you
do
into
that?
Right. It's like it starts in a weird place, you know? But he quickly became known as the Gregarious Aquarius for his signature charm. From there, he started gaining popularity with his readings, and one of his early advisees was Miss Marlene Deitrich. Or shall I say?
I love Marlene Deitrich.
Yes.
I love her. She's an icon. She's like such a beauty and makeup, wig, cheekbones. She's an icon.
Yes. So in 1941, when she was filming The Lady is Willing, which really sounds like The Lady is DTF. I don't think that's what it's about. But here's what it sounds
I
like.
want it to be about that.
I know. Righter had given Deitrich a key piece of advice that she ignored. He told her not to work on set on a certain day because
the aspects, the voices will be getting more woo-woo because he himself is becoming more woo-woo. So he told her not to work on set on a certain day because the aspects and angles were disharmonious.
He sounds like a theremin. I love it. With a baby actor named only as Baby X in her arms. I feel like we had like Mr. X earlier. I didn't put that together until just now. Unknown names. X. Baby X in her arms. She tripped over a fire engine, a toy fire engine that day, and broke her ankle. So
what about the baby?
The baby was okay. Everyone, it's fine. There were actually like publicity photos of Marlene Deitrich, like with the baby in her bed, recovering, you know, like being like,
oh my
God.
God.
Yeah.
Everyone's fine. I'm fine. The
Yeah,
baby's fine. Stop talking about the baby.
Yeah. Look at me in my full makeup in this hospital bed. Yeah.
Don't I look fabulous? Stop looking at the baby.
After that, she never got on a plane without consulting Carroll Righter first, and she rarely signed onto a film without getting his go-ahead. In her words,
"Don't mess around with old Carroll, 'cause he must know something."
So she spread the word about Carroll's prediction, and with that, his prominence was solidified. Many stars became his loyal clients, including the Gabors,
who were the Kardashians of the time.
Exactly. Princess Grace, Grace Kelly.
As I was going to say, as in Grace Kelly, Princess of Monaco.
Yep, exactly. Betty Grable, Hedy Lamarr, Tyrone Power, Susan Haywood, and Red Skelton. And that's like just a few. It was a lot of stars. So still he couldn't nab Marilyn Monroe as a client. He tried to schmooze her at a party saying,
you know, this is funny, I gotta say, before we get into this. Marilyn and I, we share our birthday.
Oh my God, yes. It's like this is like you're speaking through her. She's speaking through you.
Right.
I did not know
but
that.
This is Carol speaking. I know you're a Gemini. Did you know you were born under the same sign as Rosalind Russell, Judy Garland, and Rosemary Clooney?
Marilyn looked him straight in the eye and answered,
I know nothing about those people. I was born under the same sign as Ralph Waldo Emerson, Queen Victoria, and Walt Whitman.
Sick burn, Marilyn. She's like, you think I'm stupid, but I'm actually smart.
That's right.
Yeah, so, but the stars who listened to him listened to him. Director William Dieterle, I can't pronounce that right, but anyway, he was a German director. He started
Very
shooting
German last name.
Yeah. He started shooting a movie even though it hadn't been completely cast due to writer's advice. That happens once. Yep, so that's kind of an insane thing to do. Susan Hayward woke up at 2:47 in the morning to sign a movie contract because he said that it was the
most auspicious time to do it.
Yes. And still, he claimed to discourage astrological hypochondria. He said,
listen to me, but don't worry
yes,
about anything I say.
He said,
if all they want to know is what color suit or dress to wear, I cut them off, and I just won't talk to them again until they straighten out.
I imagine him just like full drag queen or like, RuPaul's Drag Race style, just slapping him dramatically.
Yes. Straighten out!
Yeah. Snap out of it.
Snap out of it. Straighten it out!
To give a glimpse into the type of advice that was given to this type of clientele, he gave this example to Time magazine.
Suppose you're an actor and you're offered 3 different scripts at once. How do you make a choice via astrology? It isn't difficult. You look at the aspects. If you have a beautiful Venus aspect, I tell you to take the romantic part. If you have a Mars and Saturn aspect, I tell you to take the part in which there is a lot of fighting and bloodshed. Wow.
It feels very simplistic where it's like, and if there's a part with a horse in it and you're a Sagittarius, obviously take that. It's like all sun sign, doesn't really feel super in depth with that kind of advice, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he was doing pretty dang well at this point. And while he continued to service his celebrity clientele, in 1950, he began making moves to provide astrological horoscopes for a much broader audience. He began writing a sun sign horoscope column for the Los Angeles Times. His advice was practical. Yeah, his advice was practical, telling his readers what to do at what time of day. Depending on the sign, he would advise,
make your appearance more charming early.
Or
attend to the essential home duties early.
Or
save your leisure and beauty time for the afternoon.
And by 1950 and by 1951
the voice is getting dumber and dumber.
I love it. I'm obsessed. Yeah, you truly sound like a theremin, and I'm like it. And by 1951, his column became syndicated and published in many newspapers across the country, and it was a hit, but also an annoyance for smart people and academics who had no interest in finding the advice of a Hollywood astrologer in their newspaper. They wanted the facts.
The facts and the facts alone.
Yep. In fact,
wow. If only people cared about that now.
No, they don't. Yeah. In fact, one sociologist named Theodore Adorno criticized horoscope columns in the 1950s as
mass deception,
trivial advice that encouraged conformity and dependency. I mean, like, not that wrong. It's just like a little dramatic, I guess.
Yeah. As if like everyone will follow all the same advice at the same time.
Right. Or if anyone really follows their horoscope, I think they just have fun reading it,
Right.
No,
there are some people. There are some people who
There are some people, but it's definitely not everyone.
No.
But the public found it entertaining, fun, and glamorously Hollywood adjacent because of his reputation and his clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So Righter started to make some serious money. Time magazine said,
He refuses to brag about his earnings, but they are obviously well into six figures and in the ascendant.
Clever.
Whoa,
Yes.
six figures back then?
Yep, that was a lot. Yep. So these ascendant
Damn.
earnings soon afforded him a massive estate in the Hollywood Hills that he christened Harmony House. And it was here.
Where is this house? I need to look at it.
I think that it still is in operation. I didn't actually put this in because it's kind of like a nothing burger. But there is a Carroll Righter Astrological Foundation, and I believe it is at this address, 1801 North Curson Avenue, Hollywood, because it's still in operation as this place that has Tuesday night astrological meetings. And it's a little bit I looked this up. It's a little bit.
The Zillow's estimate is over $4 million, this estate.
Okay.
And this came up on a different search when I was just the guy's Carroll Righter Harmony House, and this came up. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah. I don't understand why the classes are still operating the way that they are, because it really does seem I don't know, from the photos, and I watched one promotional video about it, it just feels like the same 4 people are going to those classes. I could be wrong. That's the impression I got. It didn't seem like it's thriving.
Maybe it was just the only 4 people that allowed
to be seen.
They're willing to be seen in those videos.
That's true. That could be very true. Yeah. So who knows? But if anybody wants to check it out, it's still going on apparently.
Wow.
The number of newspapers his column was featured in only expanded over time, eventually topping out at 306 U.S. newspapers. That was the biggest number I found.
Whoa.
Yes. And resulting in him being familiar to over 30 million U.S. households.
That's a lot.
Yes,
Sheesh.
it is. So he's pretty, actually, we're
he's
dead and
a household
famous. He was kind
name.
of really famous. Yeah. He's kind of really famous. We just don't. This is just such a weird fame that we don't really even know now. You know what I mean? It's specific to this time. Kind of a phenomenon. And while he was not the first person to write a horoscope for a newspaper, that was a British astrologer named R.H. Naylor. He was the first to develop a large-scale syndicated astrology column and normalize the idea of a horoscope in a U.S. newspaper. So for better or worse, that was the greatest legacy Righter left behind. The lesser legacy that perhaps didn't stick as well was that he rebranded the sign of Cancer as Moonchild, according to Carroll.
Because of the malignancy, you know. I get it. He wanted to rebrand the name. I get it. I get it.
It's a negative comment. I understand.
Yeah.
He also had
not Uranus though. That one stayed.
Right.
That planet will always be funny.
That planet will always be funny, and I love it. Yeah, we got to leave that. Just like, Dick Buttkiss didn't change his name, bless him. But Carroll Righter also had some political connections. In the very early 50s, Righter made a notable mention of Nancy Reagan, then Nancy Davis, directly in his column. He said,
"With her progressed moon passing through her 10th house, Nancy Davis's movie career moves steadily forward."
So this is the first indication of his connection to the Reagans, and connected he was. Some might use the term enmeshed at certain points in time, but I will get into that in a moment.
Interesting.
Yes. When it came to his clients, Righter had no real boundaries, and yet he could never remember anyone's real name, even if they were famous.
That's a hilarious power move, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I love that. I'm
sorry. Who are you?
Yeah. Who are you again? Do you think he did it on
purpose? Who are you,
he did it on purpose?
Maybe. It's hard to say. He's very mysterious about his personal life to the level that I'm like, what about you was authentic and what wasn't,
Right. What was the the charlatan, or what was the character put on.
Right. And there's some
The
grifter.
showman.
I think you can't really be an astrologer without being a little griftery. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of a grift feel to everything. So, but he referred to everyone by their zodiac sign. So, for example, to Carroll, you would not be Marissa, but Ms. Gemini. And yet he was intimately connected to his clients. He actually kept the charts of his most prominent clients next to his bed, ready to take a phone call and consult with them at any time of night.
Wow.
He'd flick on his light. Yep. He'd flick on his light at 2:30 a.m., shuffle around for their chart, and say things along the lines of,
"Oh, Moonchild, I'm happy to tell you that this is a very good day for you."
or,
"Hello, Taurus." Yes. I get
why is
Taurus.
that so funny the way you
I can't say it. I can't. Should we pick a different? No, it's Taurus.
No.
Hello. Hello, Taurus. Yes. Sign the contracts day after tomorrow, not before.
And because he was always anticipating these calls, he rarely left his home. In fact, by the looks of his colorless, puffy skin, and that is another reporter describing him that way. I'm not being mean, by the way.
Okay.
He hardly went outdoors.
"I don't like to go out,"
he would say,
"because I would hate to miss a call from someone who wanted my help."
He seems like senile now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No.
He's getting older, and he doesn't go outside, Courtney. He's losing it a little bit. He's losing. This is a character choice I am making. Okay. As we progress through his story, he's not going outside. He's white and puffy. Doesn't remember anyone's name, Courtney. This.
No, you're right.
He is getting a little senile.
You're right. He had a small staff to support him in the form of a butler, Mr. Libra, a cook, Miss Virgo, 4 secretaries, and a mathematician. So, just a simple skeleton crew.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I love this man.
I know.
I love this man.
Living in an almost closeted way, he was known to be gay by a lot of people, and yet I found not a smidge of evidence of any kind of romantic relationship in his life.
Well, his relationships were with the stars, you see.
Yes, they were.
Not the Hollywood stars. The ones in the sky.
He was like the astrological equivalent to a priest or a nun. He's like,
yes,
I am married to the stars.
That's right.
He seemed to live vicariously through his clients. So rather than finding them alarming, the late night calls seemed to soothe him.
"If I don't get called late at night,"
he said,
"I sometimes toss and turn and wonder what's happened to everybody. I begin to feel not needed."
Not needed. Oh, God. Being needed made Carroll feel important, and he needed to feel important.
Mm-hmm.
He even faked it sometimes. Supposedly, Righter often lunched at a spot called the Brown Derby on Wilshire Boulevard. Regularly, he'd arranged to have one of his 4 secretaries call the restaurant, requesting to urgently speak to him. Then the staff would page him over the PA system for everyone to hear and rush over with a phone to plug in at his table. And that's either a publicity stunt or a cry for attention. Perhaps it is both. I don't know. But
such an That's such like a weird actor thing.
Oh yeah, it's very Hollywood. It's very. It feels like something a PR person would tell you to do. But
Yes,
like back then.
exactly. Like you have to be. It has to be known that you're needed, and people need to know where they can find you, and people need to see that you want to be found.
Right, and they need to be having the conversation. Who's that? Who's that?
Right.
Oh, we just heard his name over the PA. Yeah.
Why does he need the phone urgently? Yeah. Chatter.
Exactly. And there is no denying that Carroll loved to attract attention.
Mm-hmm.
From the late 50s into the 70s and 80s, he was various levels of frequency. He was known to throw lavish zodiac parties that were considered to be the most chic gatherings in Hollywood.
At his
For
home,
Taurus,
at Harmony House.
Of course, at Harmony House. Where else? He didn't leave. He had to
house
have
parties.
The people
Yeah. You come to me, dress like Charlie Chaplin.
Come. Oh God. So stupid. Now I'm gonna have like dreams about that. I'm gonna have a dream where I'm like, I'm naked and everyone else is dressed like Charlie Chaplin.
You're naked, getting your zodiac, getting your horoscope read.
Right. Okay. So, for example, for like the Taurus party, there was a bull. Sagittarius had a horse. For Scorpio, there was a crocodile. And that's because, according to Righter, a scorpion was
too small.
Not exciting enough. Also, scorpions are scary, and I don't like them. So there is that.
And what? And crocodiles aren't? Crocodiles are so scary.
You're right. A crocodile is scary.
Crocodiles and alligators? No.
You're right. They are very scary.
That's someone who did not grow up in Florida.
Right. No, this is.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Do you remember
I have seen those videos of crocodiles with like the little dogs and like people trying
little
to save
dogs?
them?
You get like you weren't allowed to. When I walked my dog as the one, I was not allowed to walk my dog near a body of water. There was that. Do you guys remember that toddler that got snatched up at Disney, like a Disney resort, by an alligator? Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. Crocodiles are fucking scary. Alligators are scary.
You're right. A scorpion would have been better, but
a scorpion would have been better.
But it was too small. So what are you gonna do?
Oh my God, crazy! That's insane.
People. It is insane. All of this is insane. For Leo, of course, he'd have a lion or a lion cub. And there are videos of this online of like just these parties where it's not good audio because it's just like whatever, but. Yeah, you can look them up, like the Carroll Righter Zodiac parties, and it's just people like petting a lion cub. It's rich people weirdos from like the 80s in the videos that I found. It's very odd. So he'd have a lion or a lion cub for that. And according to a 1970 Playboy article, a lion at such a party once got loose and caused a minor commotion. Just a minor commotion.
No big deal. Just a little itty bitty smidge of a little bit of noise.
Has anyone seen the lion? Where'd the lion go?
Where did the lion go?
Oh my God, did you off-leash him? Come on. That's so stupid. Actress and friend of Righter, Arlene Dahl, recalls the parties this way.
Fish was swimming around in his pool for the Pisces party. He rented a live lion for my Leo party, and he lined up sets of twins for the Gemini party. He served astrologically appropriate food, such as meat and potatoes for moon children, lemon pie for the tart tastes of the Aries people, and hot red peppers for passionate Scorpios.
Thank you, Adelaide from Guys and Dolls. Oh my God. So if it wasn't clear enough already, Carroll Righter was the epitome of Hollywood weirdos. Like,
love it. Love it. Here for it.
Yes. In addition to his column, Righter also authored several books with titles like Astrology and You, The Astrological Guide to Marriage and Family Relations, and Your Astrological Guide to Health and Diet.
Oh my God.
So
that's fucking wild.
Yeah, get that check.
He had no business writing these books. No business.
None at all. He wasn't healthy and he didn't have a relationship. So anyway. He also penned the booklets for a grouping of zodiac-themed records aptly titled the Astro Musical Series. These records were largely glorified mixtapes thematically curated for each sign with a lengthy sun sign analysis written by Carroll included in each. Then each song choice was explained in perhaps too much detail in a way that harkens to a hipster know-it-all making a mix for a crush. So
my mouth is hanging open right now. Like, what? Are you kidding me? He made Zodiac themed mixtapes.
Yep.
And then mansplained them.
Yep.
And mansplained after every song.
Yeah, and it's like Aries, like every song is about the wind, you know what I mean? And it's like popular songs from the time. They're not like obscure songs you couldn't find anywhere. It's like what was playing on the radio, but like curated
but curated together. It's like Spotify meets
the worst playlist you can find on Spotify.
the worst playlist you could. What's the name of that co-star? It's
Co-star.
like it's like if Spotify met co-star was this guy.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Absolutely. Also, these records had models on each of the covers in beautiful costumes that were designed by Oscar de la Renta himself.
Okay, fabulous.
Yep.
Fabulous.
They were photographed by Francisco Scavullo, a photographer famous for shooting the covers of Cosmopolitan magazine. So, like, this was not like some rinky-dink. This was moneyed. So,
well, yeah. He had money to put behind his passion
Well, this
projects.
wasn't like even his entirely, like, it was like a collaborative, I don't know, but everybody was trying to like cash in on this. So,
damn.
And this was like also the timing of this, I think, is like right after, it's in the like 60s, right after Hair, I feel like, or right around that time of the musical, especially. And they're like talking about the dawning of the age of Aquarius. And by the way, like, Carroll talks a lot about like the in 1904, like the Pisces era ended and Aquarius is coming in 1904. So it's like we're in the age of Aquarius, like just like that musical. You know, so it was kind of like a popular thing to like latch on to at the time, when to us it sounds tired, but like, yeah, that was a big,
but it was new and exciting back then.
It was
and everyone was getting in on it from all these different worlds.
Exactly.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like all of these different artistic mediums coming together with this one theme. I kind of like love it. Like, I know we're kind of hating on it, but I kind of love it.
I know. I'm kind of hating on it just because of like the music choices, but if they were just like a little bit more, you know, obscure or something, or like to the point where it's like you'd be getting, you know, something new out of it, I guess, a little bit in that regard. Just because
you went through all the music.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Okay,
like I think everything I've read about these, like everyone kind of has the same read. You know, it's like an interesting project, but it's not the music that makes it good, I guess.
Right.
But I have myself purchased the Astro Musical House of Pisces record. Hold on a second.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is fabulous. This is okay. First of all, there is a woman with fabulous hair and makeup. She is, I think, handcuffed. Or are those
handcuffed?
Are those are her?
Oh, they might be. That's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell if she's handcuffed or if it's just her that her pose is making her.
It might be like her because she has two bracelets. If they aren't handcuffs, it looks like two bracelets that are almost overlapped, like the fishes swimming against each other. It is
exactly.
Like the Pisces sign.
And she's in a fabulous teal green bathing suit with a gem for a belly button, like a little troll, and wet design hair, fabulous makeup, and like a teal background. She looks so cool and beautiful.
Yes,
whoever
it looks
this
really,
is.
really cool.
This is really cool.
And then on the back, it's Carroll.
Hey, dude. How you doing?
He's like in his suit, looking very formal.
In his very sharp suit. That's a nice suit. You could tell.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What's on his desk? Like, what's below his hands? I
A
can't tell.
typewriter.
Okay.
Like, I wrote this, right?
That's
So the songs on the Pisces one are A Whiter
Mhm.
Shade of Pale, Reach Out for Me, Who Can I Turn to When Nobody Needs Me? I don't know what that song is, actually. Yesterday, Misty, As Tears Go By, The Windmills of Your Mind, Gentle on My Mind, My Favorite Things, Till the End of Time. Like, it's a little schmaltzy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So anyway, though, I think what's really interesting about these, the booklets, the things that he wrote, supposedly, right? So I read through the whole booklet with rapt attention, actually, because both my daughter and my brother are Pisces, sweet, sensitive fishes who are repelled by reality. So a particularly poetic passage from the booklet reads,
because of the contradictions which pull within their spirits and because of the fluidity of their characters, natives of this sign are beset with self-doubt and insecurity to an alarming rate, to an alarming degree. In matters of romance, they desire, and in fact need, a fullness of affection. Their insecurity yearns to be constantly allayed with assurances of fidelity and love. Love, then, for this creature becomes a necessity rather than a luxury, a prerequisite rather than a requisite. Rather than a regular requisite, it's a prerequisite, okay?
distinction.
Their intense idealism leaves them open to the bruises of love's buffetings. If disappointed in love, the Piscean is dangerous to him waters, for it is commonplace for him to build his hopes and his tomorrows upon the heart of his beloved. Early in the romance, he has fashioned a dream world with their dream house by the sea. He has furnished their dwelling with drifting brilliance and filled it with requited love. They live in peace until the end of time. When this image is shattered, is there any wonder that the Piscean feels his world has ended and that time has stopped its steady march?
Incredible. I want to clap, but I'm holding the microphone, so it's hard for me. But that was amazing. Dramatic reading. Love it.
Wow.
Now-
And that is on the back of
No, it's a booklet that's inside of it. It's like a whole booklet.
okay. It's okay, that's part of the booklet that is inside of
Yeah.
this.
That's why I bought it, actually, is for the booklet, because I couldn't find it anywhere. So I inserted such a lengthy passage for a reason. I want you to get a real sense of the style of this writing, because there is some speculation that these booklets perhaps contain information provided by Carroll Righter, but were actually written by the one and only Maya Angelou.
What?
Yes.
Well,
Now,
I'm sure all of you listeners got Maya Angelou from that performance. So what am I saying? Of course you heard Maya come from within.
Of course you did.
Maya Angelou?
Now,
Stop.
this is not entirely confirmed, but Angelou does say something in one of her memoirs that does make it seem like it's true.
What?
Yes, because the Astro Musical House series was the very first output from a brand new record company called GWP, and it had been created by a man named Jerry Purcell. And Jerry Purcell was a key figure in Maya Angelou's life.
How so?
Originally, Maya had sung in a supper club that he owned, and that's how she met him. But when she reached out to him again, I didn't know she sang, so that's like also something. I think she
I
just
didn't
kind of
know
like
that
did.
either.
Yeah. But when she reached out to him, again, hoping to find more work to pay the bills when her writing wasn't doing it, he paid her a stipend so she could focus on writing and released a record of her spoken word poetry eventually. So he was like a champion of hers.
Right.
And
He was an early investor.
Exactly. And in her 6th volume of her autobiography titled A Song Flung Up from Heaven, Angelou said this.
Oh, shit. Now I have to try to sound like Maya Angelou.
I
Jesus
love this.
Christ.
My greatest love for this podcast is just what a, prank it really is on Marissa every time. There's always going to be an impression you never thought you were going to have to do.
What
that you
the
couldn't
fuck?
possibly have seen coming, because this is a complete and total curveball. So
No. And also Maya Angelou, no one else has ever sounded like her. Or will. You know what? She has.
It's all right. You get a pass. You get a pass because
I'm so
everybody
sorry.
knows.
I apologize in advance. For the next 2 years, Purcell treated me like a valued employee. Save for the odd temporary office job and the money I made writing radio spots for Ruby Dee and Ozzie Davis, I depended upon his largesse. He didn't once ask anything and seemed totally satisfied with the simple thanks. I did write a ballad based on Portnoy's complaint for a singer Jerry managed, and I wrote 12 astrological liner notes for a series of long-playing albums he was planning to release. When I tried to explain how his generosity afforded me the opportunity to improve my writing skills, he shrugged his shoulders and said, I manage artists who make more in one night than you have ever made in a year, yet I know no one more talented than you. His patronage was a gift, as welcome as found money bearing no type of identification. So he just supported her work and literally expected nothing in return.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That
earlier
never
in her,
happens.
I know, and early in her description about him, she said, she described him as like growing angel wings, like, even just the first time that he gave her money. So you got the part in there though, right? Where 12 astrological liner notes for a series of, like, what else could that be?
Right. Literally what
Especially
else?
because this is the guy this was his
And
record
now
company.
that an audience, now that you've heard me do Maya Angelou and you heard me do the descriptions, apply them both together. Could you not hear it in my performances? Could you not?
I mean, I will say, I think the writing it's very like, the facts are, I can see how there could have been a collaboration there, a ghostwriting, kind of a thing. I can see it for sure, because it is like well written, I think. But so from that, I will allow you to draw your own conclusions. But yeah, it's in the realm of possibility. It is Carroll's name and photo that appear on the record with his typewriter, like we said, as if he's the one writing it. But it could be. It sounds like it is.
Could be.
I'm not going to not believe Maya Angelou. I will say that.
Right.
And she pretty much said
no.
So.
We're going to believe Maya Angelou, okay?
We're going to believe Maya Angelou.
In this house, we believe in it.
In the state of California and the state of Minnesota believes Maya Angelou.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Now, let's circle back to a key part of Carroll Righter's story. The Reagans.
Oh, that's right. You teased an enmeshment.
I did. Yes. Righter had mentioned Nancy in his column early on, and some believe that she became acquainted with him when he was teaching a Tuesday night astrology class, like the one that still continues to be taught.
Still going, yeah.
Crazy. So this is not out of the realm of possibility, because Nancy was a bit cuckoo for constellations by almost all accounts. and Ronald Reagan.
Good job there. Cuckoo for constellations. I like that. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Good job, Courtney.
Yeah. See, my writing could be mistaken for Maya Angelou.
Can you hear it? Can you hear Maya Angelou say cuckoo Look at
someone give me money?
constellations.
The talent. Just give her money. Give it to her. And Ronald Reagan seemed to have an interest in astrology too, likely introduced to him by his wife. In his 1965 autobiography, Ronald Reagan actually referred to Carroll Righter as a good friend and confirmed that he and Nancy regularly read his column and his writings, saying,
Every morning, Nancy and I turn to see what he has to say about people of our respective birth signs.
Others reported that Righter's column would be the first thing Ronald Reagan would read in the newspaper every day. 2 years after the release, so it was important to him, you could say, or at least it caught his attention. 2 years after the release of his autobiography, Reagan became the governor of California and chose to be inaugurated at 12:10 a.m., which many believe to be due to astrological forecasting.
I did not know that he had like a weird inauguration time.
12:10 is a weird time, and it's a time he chose. It's not like they were running late.
No,
or
that's
like whatever.
that's 10 minutes past midnight, people.
Yeah, very odd. So others say that we're like, it's not astrology. What are you talking about? Others say it was so he could show urgency in taking his oath as soon as possible because he was supposed to take it like after January 1st or whatever, you know. But that seems a little much, a little overzealous, perhaps. But based on various interviews, a People magazine article from '88 presented the viewpoint that Carroll Righter had been the astrologer behind this decision of that time.
Well, what other astrologer are they close with, you know?
Well, at this point in time, I don't think there is one, but there are some later. So when asked if he had provided astrological counsel to Ronald Reagan, Righter famously said,
"No comment."
No one ever denied his closeness to them as a friend, and Righter himself acknowledged counseling Nancy. So fast forward to 1976. Reagan had completed a second term as governor, and his wife was pushing the former actor towards the biggest spotlight politics could provide, the White House.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. To hide her identity, Nancy booked a consult with Righter under her maiden name, Nancy Davis, and arrived at his estate in big sunglasses and a kerchief on her head. She was in disguise.
Nothing says, "Don't look at me."
Nobody noticed me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
She asked him if Ronnie should run for president. And when Righter said the timing wasn't right, she wouldn't accept no for an answer.
Why? Why must we wait? Why can't we go now? Why? That's Nancy Reagan.
That's Nancy. This went on for an hour. When she finally left, Righter is said to have collapsed into a chair saying,
"She wears me out. If I wasn't gay before."
The dramatics. Somebody get me my smelling salts. The Reagans didn't listen and pushed ahead, and as Righter predicted, the timing wasn't right and he didn't win. But 4 years later, as we all know, he did, and the president, famous for sweeping the AIDS crisis under the rug, still hosted and entertained Carroll Righter as perhaps his only close gay friend. And maybe because he either kept his romances under wraps or refrained from having them, he was palatable enough. But I find that irritating.
Yes, I do too.
Now, if Reagan's treatment of the gay community was of any offense to Righter, he never mentioned it. But what's fascinating is that Carroll Righter died of colon cancer at the age of 87 in 1988, the exact same day that the People magazine article describing the Reagans' astrological dependence came out. He wasn't around to comment or say no comment. But somehow it feels like a slight to Reagan from the stars themselves, and I am here for it.
Yes.
Here for it. You bitch slapped him from death.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. So after all of this, if you still aren't sure what to make of astrology, I'll leave you with this quote from Carroll Righter himself.
"The stars impel, they don't compel. What you make of your life depends on you."
And that's the story of Carroll Righter. That's everything I could find.
Wow. Fascinating and so fun.
And so fabulous. Fascinating, fun, and fabulous.
That's right. You need to definitely include a picture of the album cover in the show notes because it's incredible. I want you to frame that and put it in your office because it's beautiful. It's a piece of
right?
art.
It's Oscar de la Renta. Like, come on.
It's gorgeous.
And it might be a collector's item if people can prove that Maya Angelou wrote the booklet, because there are not that many of them in existence anymore from what I could find.
Wow.
So, yes. So, I mean, I feel like he's probably one of the more famous people that we've covered, actually. We just aren't familiar with the history and the legacy.
Because he was like, I guess, he died when I was born,
Yeah, it was a while ago, and it just feels very commonplace, like to have horoscopes feel very commonplace to us.
Yeah.
So it's like not a big
deal. But he started it all.
He started it all. He got that
so cool.
Yeah, he was like an astrological star. It was a star
of the
reading the stars. Yes, exactly.
He's a star of the stars, reading the stars for the stars.
Yes. But yeah, and I do feel like even though he was connected to the Reagans, it's just I think everybody was like a job to him, Yeah, I do wonder what his like real feelings about being gay were. I wonder if he had any relationships. I wonder who the fuck James E. Ryder is. I wonder what he actually thought about Ronald Reagan and the like way he was being governor and president and all these things, right? Like, and I don't know any of it. So there's like a lot of stuff, because I think he was just he's very professional in a lot of ways. Like
all is the professional guise that he put on, the professional character that he played out. Yes.
So there's a lot I want to know that I don't know at the end of this, actually, but I can't research it anymore because I already tried and I can't find anything, and I'd have to like knock on doors at this point, Yeah.
So if you know anything, or if you know anybody who knows something,
tell us. We want to know more.
Spill that tea.
Spill the tea. We want to know it all. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back for more. We're so happy to be back for season 2.
We are jazzed. We're happy to be here. We're happy that you're here. Again, leave us any questions or comments.
Fact corrections. Happy to answer them. Yes. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Your support and enthusiasm for the show are the reason we keep doing it. So thanks for the kind words. They really mean the world. If you liked the show or have ideas for episodes we could or should do, please drop us a comment in Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. And if you haven't yet, please follow the show and tell every cinephile and taphophile, fun fact, that's a person who loves graveyards, about your new favorite niche podcast. And if you want to see transcripts, photos, and sources for our episodes, check out our Substack, Dead and Kind of Famous. Dead and Kind of Famous is written, produced, and edited by Courtney Blomquist. It is hosted by Marissa Rivera and Courtney Blomquist. And special thanks to Jesse Russell, my husband, for allowing me to yammer on about the episodes before I can spill it all to Marissa. He tends to have some good insights and ideas, so thanks. Until next time, you might not be famous, but you've got a story to tell and you're not dead yet.